Hello and welcome to Speak English with me. I'm your host, Amy, and today we're going to talk about something very important for English learners: how to understand fast English. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever listened to a movie, a TV show, or maybe even a native speaker and thought, wow, they speak so fast, I can't catch the words? If that has happened to you, don't worry. You are not alone. Many English learners feel the same way. In fact, this is one of the most common problems for learners. When people speak slowly, you can understand them. But when they speak naturally at their normal speed, it feels very difficult. Sometimes it feels like the words are mixing together, like one long sound. In today's episode, we're going to learn step by step how you can train your ears and your brain to understand fast English. I'll explain why it feels so difficult, what native speakers really do when they talk fast, and of course, I'll give you many practical tips and exercises to help you improve. So if you often feel confused when English sounds too quick, stay with me. By the end of this episode, you'll have new tools, new strategies, and also more confidence to face fast English in movies, songs, or real conversations. I'll be speaking clearly and at a comfortable pace so you can follow along. This is your time to learn and grow. Let's get started together. All right, before we learn how to understand fast English, we need to ask a very important question. Why is it so difficult? Well, the truth is, English in real life is very different from English in textbooks. In school, we often listen to slow and clear English. Teachers pronounce every word carefully. But native speakers don't speak like that in daily life. They speak quickly, naturally, and with patterns that might surprise you. Let me give you 5 main reasons why fast English feels so challenging. Reason number 1, connected speech. Native speakers often connect their words. For example, instead of saying, "What are you doing?" slowly and clearly, they say, "Whatcha doin'?" Did you hear the difference? The words are not separate. They join together like one long sound. This is called connected speech, and it happens all the time in natural English. Another example, "I'll meet you at 8 o'clock" becomes, "I'll meet you at 8 o'clock." The words blend and flow together. Reason number 2, reduced sounds. In fast English, many sounds become smaller or even disappear. For example, going to becomes gonna, want to becomes wanna, got to becomes gonna. So if you're waiting to hear the full words going to, you'll never hear them. You'll only hear gonna. And if you don't know this pattern, it sounds like a completely different word. Here's another example. I don't know often sounds like I dunno. The full pronunciation disappears in natural speech. Reason number 3, speed and rhythm. Native speakers don't speak word by word. They use rhythm, stress, and intonation. Important words are strong and clear, but small words are very soft or almost invisible. For example, listen to this sentence. I'm going to go to the store. In natural speech, it sounds like I'm gonna go to the store. You hear gonna and store very clearly, but the little words in between, like to and the, are very quick and soft. They almost disappear. This rhythm makes English sound musical, but it also makes it harder to catch every word. Reason number 4, slang and informal English. Many times people use slang or short forms that are not in textbooks. For example, "How are you doing?" becomes "How you doing?" Or Did you eat yet becomes "Did you eat yet?" If you don't know these informal expressions, it feels like people are speaking a secret code. And this happens a lot in movies, TV shows, and everyday conversations. And reason number 5, accents. English is spoken in many countries: America, Britain, Canada, Australia, India, and more. Each accent has its own style, speed, and pronunciation. An American might say water one way, while a British person says it differently. Here's a funny example from my own life. When I moved to London, I quickly learned that my American accent made some words sound very different. One day, a British friend said to me, "Amy, can you pass the water?" But the way she said it, water, I almost didn't recognize the word. I was so used to the American water that the British water felt like a new vocabulary word. It took me a few weeks to train my ears to catch both versions easily. These accent differences can make fast English even more challenging, especially if you're not used to hearing different varieties of English. So, to summarize, fast English is difficult because the sounds are connected, many words are reduced, the rhythm is quick, slang is used, and accents can change how words sound. But here's the good news. Once you understand these patterns, fast English will no longer feel like noise. It will start to sound clear and familiar. And that's exactly what we're going to learn today. In the next section, we'll look closely at how native speakers actually speak and what really happens when they talk fast. This will help you understand the secret of natural English. Okay, now let's look at how native speakers actually speak. Because the truth is, most of the time, they're not speaking the same English you find in textbooks. When native speakers talk, they don't pronounce every single word clearly and slowly. Instead, they use what we call natural speech. And natural speech has some special features. You might be thinking, but Amy, if native speakers don't speak clearly, how will I ever understand them? Well, that's exactly why we're learning these patterns today. Once you know what to listen for, everything becomes easier. Let me explain 4 important features. Feature number 1, linking sounds. Native speakers often connect words together so they sound like one word. For example, turn off the light becomes turn off the light, with the words flowing together smoothly. Another example, I want it, becomes I want it. The end of one word links to the beginning of the next word. Your ear hears it as one continuous sound, not separate words. This linking happens especially when one word ends with a consonant sound and the next word starts with a vowel sound. For example, pick up sounds like pick up, and wake up sounds like wake up. Number 2, contractions. We don't usually say I am. We say I'm. We don't say he is. We say he's. And they are becomes they're. These small changes make speech shorter and quicker, but for learners, it can be confusing because you're listening for the full form and you only hear the short form. Here are more examples. I have becomes I've. We will becomes we'll. Should not becomes shouldn't. Contractions are everywhere in spoken English. Feature number 3, dropping sounds. Sometimes sounds completely disappear. For example, next day might sound like next day. The T sound vanishes. I don't know becomes I don't know. The T in don't gets very soft or disappears. This isn't wrong pronunciation, it's just the natural way people speak when they're talking at a normal speed. Native speakers aren't trying to confuse you. They're just speaking the way they've always spoken to each other. And feature number 4, stress, and rhythm. In English, we don't give equal time to every word. Some words are stressed, which means they're strong and clear. Some words are weak, which means they're soft and fast. For example, I want to go to the store. In this sentence, want and store are strong. You hear them clearly, but to and the are very fast and soft. They fly by quickly. That's why sometimes you don't catch the small words. They're not emphasized. Your brain focuses on the strong words, and the weak words almost disappear. So when you listen to native speakers, remember, they're not trying to confuse you. They're just speaking naturally in the way they've always spoken to each other. The good news is these patterns repeat. Once you learn to recognize them, linking sounds, contractions, dropped sounds, and rhythm patterns, you'll start to understand much more. Your ears will get faster, your brain will adjust, and fast English will become easier and easier. In the next section, we're going to talk about something very important: the psychology of listening. What happens in your brain when people speak fast, and why sometimes you panic or freeze. This is really important because understanding English isn't only about your ears, it's also about your mind. Now let's talk about something very important: the psychology of listening. Have you ever noticed that when someone speaks English too fast, you don't just have a language problem, you also have an emotional problem? You feel nervous, you feel panic, your brain says, "I can't understand, I'm lost." This reaction is completely normal. Our brains are trained to catch sounds in our first language, not in a second language. So when English sounds come very quickly, your brain needs extra time to process them. But because the words keep coming fast, you feel overwhelmed. It's like trying to catch water with your hands. The more you try, the more slips away. Here's another problem. Many learners try to translate every single word into their own language while listening. But in fast English, there's no time to translate. The speaker is already 5 words ahead, and you're still stuck on one word trying to translate it. That's why you feel lost and confused. You might be thinking, so what should I do instead? How can I stop feeling so overwhelmed? Great question. Let me share 3 practical steps. The first step is to stay calm. Don't panic if you miss some words. That's okay. You don't need to understand 100% to understand the main idea. Focus on the big picture, not every tiny detail. Listen for key words. Listen for context. Your brain is very smart. It can fill in the missing pieces if you stay relaxed and focused on the overall meaning. The second step is to stop translating. I know this is hard, but it's very important. Try to think in English, not in your own language. When you hear English, let your brain process it as English, not as a translation. This takes practice, but over time, your brain will get faster and faster at understanding without translation. The third step is to build your confidence through repetition. The more you listen to fast English, the more familiar it becomes. At first, it sounds like chaos, but after listening many times, patterns emerge. Your brain starts to recognize words, phrases, and rhythm. It's like listening to a new song. The first time, you don't know the melody or the words, but after listening a few times, suddenly it feels easy, and you can even sing along. English is the same. At first, it's noise. Later, it becomes clear. So remember, stay calm, stop translating, build confidence through repetition, and trust that your brain is learning even when it doesn't feel like it. Understanding fast English isn't just a skill, it's also a mindset. When you approach listening with patience and positivity, you improve much faster. All right, now let's talk about the most important part: practical listening strategies and daily exercises. These strategies will help you train your ears to understand fast English. And the best part, you can start using them today. Strategy number 1. Focus on key words. Not every word. When you listen to fast English, don't try to catch every single word. Instead, focus on the key words, the most important words. For example, if someone says, "I'm gonna go to the store later to buy some milk," the key words are go, store, later, buy, and milk. The small words like I'm, gonna, to, and some are less important. If you catch the keywords, you understand the main idea. That's the goal. Practice this by listening to a short clip and asking yourself, what are the main words? What is the speaker really saying? Don't worry about the rest. Strategy number 2. Listen for context. Context means the surrounding words and the situation. Even if you miss one word, the other words will give you clues. For example, if you hear, "I'm so tired, I didn't sleep well last night, I need some," and you miss the last word, you can probably guess it's coffee or rest because of the context. Use context to help your brain fill in the gaps. You don't need to hear every word perfectly to understand the meaning. Strategy number 3, active listening. Active listening means you're really paying attention. You're not just hearing sounds, you're thinking about what the speaker will say next. Try to predict. If someone starts talking about the weather, you know they might say words like sunny, rainy, cold, or warm. Your brain prepares for those words, and they become easier to catch. Active listening also means you focus completely. Turn off distractions, put your phone away, give your full attention to the English you are listening to. Now, let's take a quick breath here. I know we've covered a lot of information so far. Take a moment. You're doing great. These strategies might feel like a lot right now, but trust me, each one will become natural with practice. Let's continue. Strategy number 4. Repetition is your best friend. Listen to the same content multiple times. The first time, you might understand 30%. The second time, maybe 50%. The third time, 70% or more. Each time you listen, your brain catches more details. Patterns become clearer. Words start to make sense. Don't listen to something once and give up. Listen again and again until it feels easy. This is how your ears get faster and stronger. Strategy number 5. Use subtitles smartly. Subtitles are a great tool, but you need to use them in the right way. Here's a smart method. Step 1. Watch with English subtitles. This helps you connect the sounds to the written words. Step 2. Watch again without subtitles. Try to understand just by listening. Don't worry if you miss some words. Focus on the main idea. Step 3. If you're really confused, turn the subtitles back on for one more watch. Check what you missed. This method trains your ears gradually. You're not depending on subtitles forever, but you're also not completely lost. Strategy number 6. Try shadowing. Shadowing means you listen to English and repeat it at the same time, like an echo. You don't wait for pauses. You speak along with the speaker, matching their speed, rhythm, and intonation. This technique is very powerful because it trains your mouth and your ears together. You learn to feel the rhythm of English, not just hear it. Start with short clips, maybe 10 or 20 seconds. Listen once, then try to shadow it. Don't worry about being perfect. Just follow along as best as you can. And here's a bonus tip. Make English part of your daily life. You don't need to study for hours every day. Just listen to English while you're doing other things. This is where podcasts like Speak English with Me can really help you. You can listen while you're cooking, walking, exercising, or even cleaning your house. Every episode gives you natural English at a comfortable pace, and the more you listen, the more your ears adjust to the rhythm and flow of real conversations. Listen to English music, watch English videos on YouTube. Even if you don't understand everything, you're training your ears. You're getting used to the speed, the rhythm, and the sound of English. Consistency is more important than perfection. 10 minutes every day is better than 2 hours once a week. So, to summarize, focus on keywords, use context, listen actively, repeat many times, use subtitles smartly, try shadowing, and make English part of your daily routine with resources like this podcast. These strategies will change the way you listen. They'll make fast English feel slower, clearer, and much easier to understand. In the next section, we'll talk about common mistakes learners make when trying to understand fast English. If you can avoid these mistakes, your progress will be much faster. Let's talk about some common mistakes learners make when trying to understand fast English. If you can avoid these mistakes, your progress will be much, much faster. Mistake number 1, trying to understand every single word. Many learners think, if I don't understand 100%, I failed. But that's not true. Even native speakers don't catch every single word in every conversation. The goal is to understand the main idea, not every tiny detail. Focus on the big picture. Don't stress about missing a few words here and there. If you understand 70 or 80%, that's great. You're doing well. Don't let perfectionism slow you down. Mistake number 2, only listening to slow English. Some learners stay in the safe zone. They listen only to teachers or textbook recordings where the English is slow and clear. But real English is fast and connected. If you avoid fast English, you'll never train your ears. You'll always feel shocked when you hear native speakers. So start listening to real English, even if it's hard at first. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, listen to the radio. Your ears need to get used to natural speed. Mistake number 3, listening once and giving up. Many learners listen to something, don't understand it, and then stop. They think, this is too hard, I can't do it. But remember, understanding comes from repetition. The first time is hard, the second time is easier, and the third time feels clear. Don't give up too soon. Be patient with yourself. Listen again and again until it makes sense. You might be thinking, but Amy, how many times should I listen to the same thing? That's a great question. There's no perfect number, but I suggest at least 3 times. The first time to get familiar, the second time to catch more details, and the third time to really understand the flow and rhythm. Mistake number 4, feeling discouraged too quickly. Sometimes learners think, I'll never understand fast English. It's impossible. This negative mindset makes the problem bigger. Learning takes time, but if you stay positive and practice every day, you will improve. I promise you that. Celebrate small victories. Maybe today you understood 1 extra word. Tomorrow, a full sentence. Next week, a whole conversation. Step by step, you're getting better. So remember, don't chase every word. Don't avoid fast English. Don't quit after 1 try. And don't let negative thoughts stop you. Avoiding these mistakes will save you time and give you more confidence. In the next section, we'll talk about some fun and creative practice ideas. Because learning doesn't always have to feel serious. It can be enjoyable too. All right, now let's make learning more fun. Because if you enjoy the process, you'll practice more often, and you'll improve faster. Here are some fun and creative practice ideas for understanding fast English. Idea number 1, use your favorite shows or movies. Pick a show you love. Don't worry if it's fast, that's the point. Watch a short scene, maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute. First, watch with subtitles so you understand the story. Then turn the subtitles off and try to catch the words. Rewind and watch again if you need to. You'll be surprised how quickly you improve when the content is something you enjoy. Learning feels easier when you're entertained. Idea number 2, play Guess the Word. Listen to a short clip, maybe a song or a YouTube video. Pause it and try to guess the missing word or words before you check the subtitles or lyrics. Turn listening into a game. Challenge yourself. How many words can you guess correctly? This makes practice fun and keeps you engaged. Idea number 3, copy your favorite actors or singers. Choose one sentence from a movie or one line from a song. Repeat it just like the actor or singer. Same rhythm, same speed, same style. It feels like acting, and it's a great way to train your ears and your mouth at the same time. You learn the melody of English, not just the words. Idea number 4, record yourself. Take a short clip in English and repeat after it while recording your own voice. Then listen and compare. How close are you to the original? This helps you hear the difference between your speech and natural English. It's fun, and it makes you more aware of rhythm, stress, and pronunciation. And here's one more idea. Join a listening challenge. Find an English learning community online or start your own challenge with friends. For example, listen to one podcast episode every day for 30 days. Share what you learned. Discuss what was difficult. Support each other. Learning together makes the journey more enjoyable and keeps you motivated. Remember, learning doesn't always have to feel like homework. When you mix study with entertainment, your brain learns faster because it feels relaxed and happy. Next, we'll talk about encouragement and motivation, because even with fun practice, sometimes we feel tired or frustrated. I want to remind you why you should keep going. It's time for me to give you a little encouragement. I know that listening to fast English can feel very hard at times. You might feel frustrated. You might even think, maybe I'll never understand. But let me tell you something important. You can do it. Every learner struggles at first, every single one. But with time and daily practice, your ears will get faster and stronger. Your brain will adjust, and fast English will become easier and easier. Think of it like music. The first time you hear a new song, you don't know the melody or the words. But after listening a few times, suddenly it feels easy, and you can even sing along. English is the same. At first, it's noise. Later, it becomes clear. So please don't give up. Celebrate small wins. Maybe today you understood one extra word. Tomorrow, a full sentence. Next week, a whole conversation. Step by step, you are improving. Progress isn't always obvious. Sometimes you can't see it or feel it, but trust me, it's happening. Every time you listen, every time you practice, your brain is learning. Your ears are getting faster. You're not just studying English. You are living in English. You are training your brain to think in a new language, and that takes time. Be patient with yourself. Always remember, fast English is not a wall blocking you. It's just a skill you're training. And with patience, practice, and positivity, you will get there. I believe in you. Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. All right. Let's quickly review what we learned today and highlight the key takeaways. First, fast English feels difficult because words are connected, some sounds disappear, native speakers speak quickly, and accents can be different. But now you know this is completely normal, and it's something you can train your brain to understand. Second, don't try to catch every single word. Focus on key words and the main idea. Listen for context and trust your brain to fill in the gaps. Third, train your ears every day. Listen to English consistently. Repeat short clips multiple times. Use subtitles smartly. Try shadowing. And enjoy the process with songs, movies, or podcasts like Speak English with Me. This podcast is designed to help you practice these exact strategies in every episode. Fourth, avoid common mistakes. Don't quit too soon. Don't focus on every word. Don't only listen to slow English. And don't let frustrations stop you. And finally, remember, practice, patience, and positivity are your best friends. Even small daily efforts will make a huge difference over time. Step by step, day by day, fast English will become easier and clearer. So take these tips, start practicing, and trust the process. Your listening skills will improve more than you expect. And that's it for today's episode on how to understand fast English. I hope you found these tips and strategies useful and that you feel more confident about practicing every day. Remember at the beginning when I asked if you've ever felt frustrated listening to movies or TV shows because English sounds too fast? Well, now you have the tools to change that. You understand why it's difficult, how native speakers really talk, and most importantly, you have practical strategies to train your ears every single day. Fast English may feel challenging at first, but with patience, daily practice, and a positive mindset, you will improve. I know you will. Celebrate your progress, even the small wins, and keep enjoying the journey of learning English. Thank you so much for listening to Speak English with me. I'm Amy, and I'm so grateful you spent this time with me today. If you like this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends who are also learning English. I'll see you in the next episode with more tips, more strategies, and more encouragement. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember, you are capable of amazing things. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.